Hello everybody and welcome to my Whitelist Season 1 reflection. The season is now essentially over, so now I want to take a step back and look at everything that I have done and go over all of the spawn builds. Just look at everything that has happened in the 2 months that this server was open for. So, let's start with... Let's actually go back over here, because these are one of the better builds. Look at this is the Rush building, built by Guestification. Inside it, there's absolutely nothing. It's therapy. It looks really good, but, like, there's nothing inside it. Over here, we have Guest Pizza, which is a play on Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We had 3 players up here for the 3 animatronics, which I won't show an image of it, but they were up there. Huh. There was back here we have, gambling, which I think is broken right now, so I won't touch that. We have some nice landscaping. I don't know who built it. Over here we have the graves. We have Guest's hairline. Sheet Metal's unborn baby. And TG's first death. Over here we have one of my unfinished projects. You're going to see... Actually, this is the only unfinished one. Never mind. This is one of my unfinished projects. This was Drip Leaf Drop, which was a building where you'd come up here after paying a diamond. You'd press the button, you'd fall in, and then you'd play Drip Leaf Drop. I only spent like 2 days on this build, so it didn't really... Nothing really ever came of it. No one ever played it, which sucks, but it's okay. And the redstone is very simple, and I think is broken right now. That's fine. In here, we have one of my shops, which, don't ask why it looks the way it does. Here, I was selling netherite smithing templates, which never really sold anything for some reason. In here, we have my Dragon versus Whitelist challenge, which was basically hardcore mode. Everyone would have to put on a dragon head and iron armor, and the last person surviving would get a ton of diamonds. Only 4 people participated, and I took second. The reason I died was because I was lured into my own skeleton trap and fell in. Or my own skeleton farm. They trapped my skeleton farm. Here we have a baby little dragon. Kinda cute, kinda chubby. Over here we have Chunk the dragon. Over here we have the Dragon Egg Monument. And up here, let me fly up to this building, we have Moon's Dragon, which is one of the best builds in Whitelist. Just look at it. It's so cool. I really like this build a lot. It's just so fun to look at. Continuing on this, we have our local nether portal. Up here we have Luna's library, where she sold all of her books. It was later sold to TG, who ended up doing nothing with it. So that's why it's empty. We have the dragon fire pit. Here we have another one of my shops, but this is the Boner Mart. This was originally built by me, but then someone destroyed it and put over the new Boner Mart. Spooky built this. With my permission, by the way. So they took it over and ended up making it better, and actually made, checking the profits, a respectable amount of profits. We didn't sell a whole lot here, but we sold enough. Over here, we have Luna's airfield thing, where she would sell, like, rockets and elytras. So, I never bought from here, but it was still a neat enough build. Here we have the block shop. I think this shop looks very nice, but I've never actually been in it before now. He would just, I don't know who sold this, but they sold a ton of blocks. And assumedly they also based here. The shop is very nice, so I commend them for that. We also have a sniffer with nothing inside it. Up here we have my advertisement board, which currently is broken. I used to advertise Yeezys to compete with Adbreak's Yeezys, which were just leather boots. I had undyed leather. I had dyed leather boots, so they were better. And I ended up making Ad quit her business altogether because mine was just so much better. Over here, we have another drip leaf drop building. This was built by Luna. So here we have just a basic drip leaf drop. It's kind of basic, but it was here before my building, so there's that. Here we have Luna's old wagon building, where she would sell a ton of items. This was later bought and sold to Ad Breaks, who like TG did nothing with it. And here we have the Secret Santa shop. Not shop, just event, where people would put in their names and they'd receive a name to give a Secret Santa to. You can even see a little snowman somewhere. I don't know where. Where's the snowman? He's up there. Little guy. Here we have Moon's Blossom Bazaar, where she would sell totems, shulkers, and a lot of nice building blocks. I bought from here a few times. All flowers, cute blocks, lighting blocks, anything that you would need. And here we have a completely unfinished shop. There was nothing in here. It never got finished. I think this was built by Edvard, and he never finished it. Over here, we have Say's Tree, which I think is a nice little... This makes us like a centerpiece for this small part of town. Is someone in VC? No, no one's in VC. In here, we have... I think this is Moon's building, which is just a shop. She sold ancient debris, cakes, cookies, a ton of stuff. She would... Oh, this is cute. For, like, the different flavors. That's nice. I should swap these, actually, because it just makes more sense. Sorry. Pick up order, place order, ice cream flavors, you know, all the good stuff. She even had a music disc, which I'm gonna put in there. Also, I'm using... Even though I'm logged in with the Roy AwesomeR account, I'm logged in with Luna's stuff, so I won't have everything that I logged out with. This little area, and nothing up here on the balcony. Moon and Guest are known for being the best builders on Whitelist, so keep that in mind. Here we have Luna's giant tower. So the reason that Luna sold all of her buildings was because she put everything into this giant mega shop. This is the lobby, where nothing really exists. There was a guy here, but he died. In here, Luna would sell a ton of books, every enchantment book, all at the highest level. Up here, we can see how she even managed to be able to restock them, and this is her system for that. here, she sold other items, like rotten flesh. She sold golden carrots, which I'm gonna take. This is a world download, so I can just steal anything. She also sold every type of template, which is the reason why I didn't sell as much, because she sold at a loss. Even though I was selling for a profit, she just sold them for even less when she had to craft them, and I could just find them everywhere. These are just ores, I think, and growables. And the building was never finished. As we fly up, we go up to Y200. Just kind of wild. Anyways. Going over here, we have TG's building. The reason this building was made was to destroy this building. Just like in terms of looks. In my opinion, the height kind of, not gonna lie, looking at this more rationally, I think this building looks better because that's just so tall and nothing was done with it. It just kind of looks unappealing. I think this building just looks better. Here we have TG's assassination building, which he never really did anything with. It looks nice, and also has no interior. It has interior, never mind, I'm lying. It's pretty good. I like this building. I kind of trash in my other recording, but I think this is a good building. And this is the main hall. Let's break out again. Okay. Over here we have a present, which is completely hollow. I think this was for Secret Santa stuff, so that's why that exists. Here we have Ad Break's Christmas tree. She ended up... The reason this was made was to give free stuff to players, just as a gift. Over here, we have the fisting ring. The fisting ring was a PvP minigame where you'd have to have nothing and you'd just punch each other to death. I actually have not lost a single round of fisting in this season. I won against everyone I competed against. I beat... This was also the place where TG died for the first time. TG is a very important player because he is known for being the best in terms of survival and PvP skill. So after I beat him in the PvP match, Luna, because TG was naked, took out her sword and crit TG to death. And he went on a rampage, killing everyone in his path. Over here we have Father Matt's Woodshop, which is pretty nice. I think this is a good shop. And I think that's everything for spawn. I think we covered everything. There is a base here, which I will show off. Just the looks of. I won't talk about it. Spawn was it was very small. But I think it was very tightly knit. Like, every location, like, had a purpose. Like, every location people knew about and hung out around quite a bit. So, that's why I think it's a good spawn overall. You know, we have the dragon as, like, the backdrop for everything. You know, if I fly, like, over here... This is, like, most of spawn right here. Can I load up? Oof, my game's about to lag a lot. It can't handle this many chunks. This is the entirety of spawn. It's kind of small, because we have a way shorter season this time around. It was only 2 months. But I think it was nice. It was nice overall. I think it was a good one. So... You may have seen this railway. This railway goes over to Luna's base, and this is... We're only going to visit 3 bases. You won't visit all of them. If this video ends up getting a lot of attention, I will cover other people's bases. But Luna lives very far away. So because she is weird, she decided to build a giant railway all the way to her base. It's pretty far away, as you can see. Like, legitimately, like, this is gonna take us a while. So let me just fly through the trees and have my game lag. Oh, frick ton. Let me lower the chunks so I don't die. I don't have a lot of time to record this, so I'll try to make it short and sweet. Luna lived, I think, with Ad and Matt, but I think her base was her own completely. So I don't know fully how that works, but that's just how it went. I don't know. I need corrections on that. If someone from Whitelist is watching, can you tell me where Ad and Matt lived? I swear, I feel like I saw them around here a lot when I came here, so I assume that that is a rainbow sheep. What? What are you? Jeb. Is there like a base here? Or I think someone just decided to name a sheep Jeb or for whatever reason. I don't know why. Anyways, we're coming up pretty close to Luna's base now. Like we're in, and here we go. This is Luna's base. Here, I guess before we go into the castle, we have Sheep Metal, which was a dog from Luna's previous series, a survival series that she played on. It was lore-based. There isn't a whole lot around here. There's the village that she stayed near for all the villagers, and her farms, but the main thing we need to be worrying about is her house. So we're gonna go around here. Here is her enchantment table. This is, I think, Luna's bedroom where she would sleep. I haven't really been here that much. This is my first time exploring it. Well, my second time, because this is my second time recording this. I actually ended up not having my mic turned on, so this is my second recording. Here we have brewing hallway, which is a nice use of the space. Here we have nothing, I guess. Over here we have just a tower up there. But down here we have a sheep farm, which I think is nice. I also like the implication that it goes down infinitely and there's just a bottomless pit. Over here we have the garden, which has some sniffers and a fountain that actually turns on and off based off the daylight. So I'm gonna... Oop. What the heck? I don't know how this works. There we go. Anyways. Down into here, we have the storage room of Luna. It was huge. There's so many chests here. She literally has a whole section just for armor. What the heck? Is it even a... I'm taking that. It's mine now. It's mine. What are you gonna do about it? Swords. She had everything here. This place was huge. Over here, we can see a little bit more hidden stuff. Farms down here. I don't know what this is, actually. But it's here, I guess. I don't know. If you know what that is, then you'll figure it out. Here we have sniffer farms. A lot of cool stuff. This space is pretty cool. I liked it. A lot of Whitelist events happened here. So, yeah. One of my favorite memories was during Dragon versus Whitelist. Luna was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna die. I'm literally better than all of you." And she ended up doing this. and died because of it. Which I think it was really funny. A really funny moment that happened. So, let's fly back now. Now that we're done looking at Luna's base. This video isn't... Oh, what the heck is that? What are you? You are... What? A drowned farm. Okay, this is probably where Luna did all of her trident stuff. Because she sold a ton of tridents. Am I flying in the right direction? Yeah, I am. We might come across a few other bases while we're here, but... And I'll stop by them just to see what they look like. Here we have a little house, which... Let's see who built this. Seven's Island. It looks completely unfinished. I don't think Seven ever played again after day one. I need to go raid from the rocket shop. I'm running out of resources. But we're heading back to spawn now, which is a great anchoring point for us because I can easily fly to my base from here. But we're not going to my base yet. You'll have to wait to the end for that. It's gonna take the rockets. Oh, I forgot about this. This is Luna's temple maze. Here she had people speedrun in order to complete the maze and the dungeon. Whoever took first would end up being able to take 64 diamonds for free at the start of the next season. Luna would have mined them out for you. I don't think I won because Edward ended up getting first with like a minute time. I took a minute 40. So, yeah, I'm just gonna run through the temple real quick. Because I should have this memorized. There we go. Going into here, I don't actually remember what the order was, so we might get lost here. But it will be fine. This is not the right way. I head into here. Oh, I don't remember how to navigate this part of the maze. I think it was around here. I'm not sure though. There we go. And we're out. Not the best time, but it's fine. This maze was really fun to do, to learn. I took like several hours just learning the map, and even if I didn't win, it was still fun to learn how to do. So I'm glad for that. Oh, this area. This is my first death on Whitelist. This is where I died. So me and Evie, we were exploring because it was day one, and I tried to water clutch on the caves. And what I did was, I think it was this spike exactly. I did this. And I died because dripstone does more damage to you when you fall on it. And that was my first death. I was laughing a lot. It was pretty funny. It was one of the funnier Whitelist moments. We're skipping past my base. You might have seen a little bit of it on the left. Over here, we have guest space. Ow. This is where guest lives. So, Guest is one of the best. This is the best base on Whitelist Season 1. I'm going to say that. Best looking base. Hi, say.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a reflection video on Whitelist.
Oh.
I'm at Guest's base. I'm just
Dang.
looking at all the stuff.
Guest is crazy.
So,
That's a cool base, man.
yeah. Over here we have the Going Merry from One Piece. This building didn't really have a lot to it. As you can see, the interior is kind of nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, the build was so cool, it just, there was nothing here.
That's dope.
It is dope.
Yeah.
Here we have
Okay,
a
well,
fountain. Oh, are you leaving?
yep.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun with your video.
Over here we have Guest's farms. Sheep farm, sugarcane. I think there was a bamboo farm somewhere. We have fishing. All the good stuff. Everything you'd need. Well, not everything, but you get the point. Over here, we have Guest's villager hall, where he'd have all of the villagers work. This guy is dead. Sad. He had a good amount of villagers, not like a crazy amount, but he had a lot of them. He had basically every enchantment he'd need from the looks of things. So I think this is a good villager hall. The building also looks really good as well. Flying through here. There's a tower up there, and I want to see what's in here. What's in the tower? Meet in the tower. Inside the tower is nothing. So, that was kind of pointless. Anyways, over here we have Guest's main house. Guest and Geo's, but Geo never played. Storage with nothing. A weird water containment. I don't actually like that. It's kind of gross. Here we have this to get up to the second level, but we'll get to that later. We have the anvil room, the enchantment room, the storage room, which I wonder what this was for. There's nothing in here. And it's also a chest monster. There was not storage. An exit to nowhere. The nether portal, Guest's bed, and Geo's bed. We also have the smelting room. Guest is one of the best builders, and he always has been, so I'm glad to see him come out with another banger of a base. I don't think I screenshotted it fast enough. But anyways, so flying back, we're gonna visit the last base of the thing. This is my base. And we're gonna fly down here so we can enter it properly. This was a base built by 4 people with very conflicting building styles. We have the 2 actually good builders, which were Say and Spooky. And then we had me, who did a bit, and then Evie, who did kind of nothing. So starting off, we have the Villager Hall. The Villager Hall is where Say spent most of her time. She was the one who got us all of our villagers and everything we needed. Why is there a witch in here? I'm just gonna leave that there. Here we have all of our villagers, which we had every villager and every villager profession in the game. So thank you, Say for that. very helpful for our whitelist endeavors. And down here is our main base. This base originally started as a campground while we cleared away the trees, but as we ended up clearing more, we ended up just building kind of whatever we wanted. To start off with Evie's only contribution, the cow pit. This is what Evie did. I did the ceiling. I think it's a nice build from Evie, and it was very helpful for cows. This is the bedroom. I slept in the top right corner. So yeah. This is our smelting room, but we ended up moving everything downstairs. We kept our enchanter up here, which is probably one of the better rooms, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. Like one of the better small rooms, because it was just, we spent more time in it. This is like the central room, kind of, until we built that. We just kind of built more central rooms. Here we have the item destroyer, which is the only redstone thing I did in all of Whitelist. Here we have Say's armor stands, and here we have the Table of Death, where we had the goal was to get ahead from every person on Whitelist. We didn't get everyone, but we have a good amount of people here. This isn't actually TG's head, this is Guest's head. Here we have the storage room. This is where we spent most of our time. In my personal opinion, this is my main build here. It's ugly and very unfinished, so I apologize for making it the way that it is. This is the brewing room, which actually I think looks really neat. It's a great use of the space. As you can see, we have smelting stuff here. The storage, which is, I kind of just like do this a lot, even though it's all sorted. We have our chicken farm and our AFK fish farm. We have this, which I think is a good design. I just never worked on this part of the base, because I just got bored of it. Here we have Say's sheep farm, where she would do all of her sheep business stuff. There's a lot in here. I never went to this part of the base, so yeah. Oh, don't want to fall in there. Going back upstairs, we have the second part of the base. We have this, like, tree forest thing, which is where we kept all of our main farms. We have wheat up here, carrots, and netherwort. And things that never grew. We have a disaster waiting to happen. Door. And this tree, which was originally supposed to be like the centerpiece of the build, but we never finished it. As you can see, there were like a ton of rooms that were gonna be up here. But as you can see, we never did anything with any of them. Going to the top, we get a pretty nice view of the whole base. And also a branch. Going to the outskirts, we have a few random builds. This is Evie's horse. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's supposed to be a horse. Here we have a farm planned, which we never did anything with. There was another farm around here, but I think someone destroyed it because it wasn't needed. And our beacon. Over here, we have an iron farm. Here we have my Christmas present, which is a thing from Chicken. It is very ugly. That is the best I can say about it. It's just very ugly. And here we have my skeleton farm, which is where I would do all my farming. And this is where I got all of my early game EXP. This is also where I got my first bow. It wasn't the best bow, but it was a good enough bow for the early game. Over here we have my creeper farm, which never worked. As you can see, it only got 8 EXP. And ended up getting rotten flesh somehow? Why'd it get rotten flesh? It needed more layers and just never worked. Here we have Say's Christmas present. This was built by Guest. And here we have a ton of stuff. A ton of smithing templates. I don't want those. And a ton of emerald blocks. On top of a frick ton of stuff. I think this base is really nice, but something people have pointed out a lot is that this doesn't really mesh well with the landscape. It's still a great build, but it's like they just pasted the asset into here. I think that's it for my reflection. This season was very great. A lot of great things happened. Oh, I also forgot. Another thing we would do here is we would play hide and seek because it was fun. And it was a big thing in season 3 where I would build this house with Ares, who is a cool person, but he doesn't play on Whitelist anymore. And we would play hide and seek with all of the Whitelist members. So I try to create that same sort of vibe here. We didn't play hide and seek a whole lot, but we still did everything we could. As you can see, that's why this exists, just as a little hidey hole. Even did this sort of thing, so you could like hide better. I don't know. But I think that is it for my reflection on Whitelist. Whitelist was season 1 of the Reborn saga. Was a great season. A lot of great things happened here while we were here. The season isn't officially over, but the world download has been released, so nothing substantial can be made yet. The only thing other reflection stuff. I actually was the one who got the first dragon kill. So yeah, that's a recorded thing. I have proof of that. I don't know if I'll ever upload the dragon fight, but I might, because why not? This is a great season, and I'm glad that I took part in it, and I can't wait for the next season, because it's gonna go on for way longer, and I'm gonna have the ability to do more things with it. And I'll actually have more motivation. I don't want to publicly state my plans, because I don't want, like, to be held, like, oh, you have to do what you said, because I just kind of like to go with the flow of what I want to create. This is one of the best seasons, honestly, in my opinion, just because of how things went. And I hope that next season will be even better. So, I want to say thanks. First of all, thank you to Luna for creating this server. It's very great. I love it a lot. And you do a ton of wonderful things as the server owner. Thank you for running it the way that you do. Thank you for all of my basemates. These were Spooky, who did a lot of the base work. These, Say for helping a lot with the villagers. And Evie for, being funny, I guess. I want to thank all of the Whitelist members. Some special standouts were TG, Chicken, and Moon, and Ad. If I didn't mention you, Oh, and guest. Guest is cool. If I didn't mention you, I still appreciate you. I don't know. Don't feel bad if I didn't say your name. You're still really cool. And I think that's it. Have a great day, everybody. And I'll see you all later. Bye!